I really need to figure out what this area is going to be. Because I don't think it should be housing. I don't think it should be like a commercial center. So maybe this area just ends up being something like not industry, offices, but not an IT cluster. Maybe just like low-rise offices, nothing too big, nothing too fancy, just kind of a little office park or something like that. It'd be the kind of offices that you just rent for, you know, a couple of months while you hope that your startup works out on Kickstarter. And then at the end of the months when it doesn't work out, you just go, ah, well, that was fun. So I think that's what this area is going to be. It's going to be offices for rent for Kickstarter startups that really just aren't going anywhere. So let's just throw that in there, make it nice and level. And we'll just bring some roads down to pretty much the top of the industry here, just to fill in the space. Because I figure we might as well. Just fill... Does that fill up? No. Okay. Well, in that case, bring it over a little bit more. And go like that. And there we go. In fact, that last bit can just be... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. That last bit can be this. There we go. So that all fills out nicely. This can actually build up to the highway as well, which is great. So that'll work. It's not much. It does give us a bit of an awkward junction here, which I don't really like. So, I mean, is there anything I can do with that? Because that could back up. That one little bit of road there is dealing with potentially a lot of traffic, right? So, I mean, let's just try this. Give way and just hope for the best. Give way on that one too. And that one too. You guys give way as well. I know that's a highway, but that'll be fine, probably. So we'll just have them give way the entire way up there and just, again, like I said, hope for the best. This bit in here is... I'd like to connect it. I'd like to connect it over here, but unfortunately, well, there's a road there, and there's not a lot I can do about that. Although I could, and I do see an option here. I could do something dumb like... Oh, not that. That's a bit too dumb. Could do something dumb like that. Because that technically works and technically gives us a way through there. So I might do this as a way to sort of get around the highway being super low there. And I guess it looks okay. It looks kind of industrial. I think it'll be kind of cool to have some vehicles driving down there, and it looks a little grimy, which is sort of what we're going for in this area, so why not, right? We might as well. Let's do this, and let's just go across, and we're gonna do what we've already done. We're just gonna do a bunch of these roads that go down and sort of run into the industry a little bit. Don't know why it's trying to get me to build underground. I guess because I'm cutting into the terrain in quite an interesting way there. Yeah, wow, that's actually absolutely not what I wanted. Can I just select all of those and get them to be the same level as that? So that they don't look terrible? Oh, I didn't select all of them. I only selected the last three. Okay. Select all of them, and then that height plays. Alright. That seems fine. And then this can just sort of go, let's see, guidelines to there, and something like that. So there we go. That should work. That gives us a nice connection. If I just smooth it all out, we can get some buildings in there, and... well, we'll just ignore the fact that it does look a little bit terrible. I think one change I would like to make is just bringing this road to there instead. And I could curve that as well if I really wanted to, but I don't know that I really want to. I don't think I do. Let me just smooth this mess out, because it's a mess. So, there we go. Nice and neat. Doesn't look, I need that curve. I need that curve in there. I can't deal with it. I'm zooming out, I'm looking at it from above, and it needs... even that bit curving around would look better than what we've got right now. Yeah, even that is better. So Let me try and do a similar thing here. To there, to there. Get rid of those parts. And yeah, that'll kind of work. So they curve around, they go down there, and that just looks that little bit better. So that's going to be our cheap, low price offices for failed Kickstarter startups. That's what this area is. That's oh god. That's gonna be great. This is the this isn't Silicon Valley, it's next to it, basically, is what this is. Anyway, throw some offices in, we've got the demand for it. We'll fill up the area nice and quickly. And just get everything built, really. I think this whole bit along here could probably be the same as well. Just go for a big chunk of office zoning there. And in terms of a district, I suppose it is going to need one, so that I can put the high-rise ban on there. So let's go for the slightly bigger brush. It's not going to matter too much. It's not going to have an old town policy, so it doesn't matter that it's going to be overlapping with any of the industry down here. So we'll bring it around, bring it underneath there, and again, just down on all of this, every little bit of it. And then I guess along the highway as well to fill in the space alongside it. And then we are pretty much sorted on what that district's going to be. Now, it does look a little bit rough around the edges, but that's fixable, as we all know. It's very, very easy to get a nice clean district there. So that's about as good as that one's going to get. It could be better, but it's not going to be better. In fact, there you go. It's better. This bit in here, again, probably about as good as it's going to get. So, no, that's not what I wanted. So there you go. There's your district. Oh no, why am I rushing this? Why am I rushing to put this district in there? There we go. All right. So, Prospect Park. Oh, I couldn't come up with a better name if I tried for what this is. That's, wow. Uh-huh. That's just great right there. What else can we do on this? Hold on. City planning, let's see. This is going to be electric cars and combustion engine ban, of course it is. It's going to be recreational use, obviously. All about recycling. It's going to be, I don't know, recycled plastic. That free Wi-Fi, of course. There you go. Yeah, oh, that name could not be better. That name could not be better. All right. So Prospect Park. Hopefully that'll build up and yeah, that'll be a thing. I'm actually thinking I'm gonna bring this road through here a little bit, just to see if maybe hold on, let's go from here. Just to see if that will, you know, help the traffic a little bit. Just a little bit. So I get some of the traffic going through there instead of, you know, through there. It does also give us room for some highway connections. I actually could probably bring a little highway connection off of here and into there, but I don't think there's any rush to do that. I think we're okay. And I realize, I mean, if we connected out here, these guys can just get on the highway there, go around, and then all out here, which is an area that I do want to start building today as well. I want to start building some things out there. But this bit needs finished first. And I'm thinking that number one, I want to go in and I want to remove the resource. We're never going to use it at all. Just not going to happen. Not using the resource. And I feel like we could maybe get some unique buildings in here. So something like the Mole of Moderation, or the Grand Library, or you know, a whole bunch of them. Things like the Aquarium as well could go in here. Although the Aquarium's a very nice building to just stick next to a bunch of industry. But I do like the idea of throwing some more unique buildings in, because we haven't done a whole lot with unique buildings yet. So it seems like it'd be a good idea. It seems like a thing we're gonna want to do. Now let's get the pipes in here before I start doing any building. Otherwise, people are going to complain like they're already doing. So straight up to there, and that'll give me enough to do what I gotta do. So they get their water. These guys are already moving in, which is good. Let's... What are you doing? What is this? Police helicopter. All right, returning to depot. Oh yeah, we've got a police helicopter depot over here. All right, fair enough. Right, let me figure this out. So what building can we go for? We're gonna need to place the high interest tower at some point as well. I could swear we already had this. No, we got this one. We got the servicing services offices. And then the high interest tower needs to go... Well, it needs to go somewhere. Could I put it across the road from the servicing services offices? I guess technically. I wouldn't want to be across the road from it. Because it's just this enormous thing. But... that's probably going to be the best spot for it. So we'll let them all just sort of bulldoze around there and see what happens with that. That's for the best. In terms of the aquarium, I think what we'll try and do is actually put things like the aquarium out here. I think we might try and do the Grand Library. And I think I might try and do... I think we'll go for the Mall of Moderation, wherever it got to. There it is. We also need the transport tower. I might as well throw that in here. Where can we put it, though? There's room right there. What is that? Elementary school? Well, that is the tricky part, isn't it? What about up here? Is there any room in and around this area? Not really. It would look great right there, though, I think. Like, looking over this whole area, I think it would look fantastic. With the metro right in front of it as well. Oof. Or behind it. Could kick the university out of there. That is also an option. But I think right there... Hold on, let me test this, right? See, I reckon I could get away with that. Right, take the walls out from the university and put the transport tower, like, right there. Hold on, I think this is a thing we need to do. So let me bulldoze all of that. Just so I can see what I've got to work with here, because there's some roads and some paths that are going to need to move here. Alright, so that needs to go, and that needs to go. And then these trees all need to go as well. This set of walls all needs to be removed. I can't believe I'm doing it, but the parking lots need to go. We can shed a tear for those later. And then this would go right there. That looks like it makes sense to me, though. Like, Transport Tower should have a metro station right in front of it. It should have the bus stations and the train stations. No, like that looks the part to me. That looks the way I think it should. So let's see. How are we going to fix this? So I think what we do is we bring that up to the sides as best we can. We bring it around the back as best we can. And like that. So I guess that just circles around, well, like that. We're going to need to raise that road up a little bit. That's for sure. So raise it up to there. Then that road down there is the tricky part. Because how does that connect? I don't think these bits are going to be able to connect anymore. I think what we're going to have to do is that and that. And then hope for the best. So let's throw offices back in there and offices back in there. And that'll build up and look all right. We technically probably should do something here to stop people from, you know, falling. But I think instead of doing that, I'm just going to go in and do like a tree. Right? Like if you think you're going to fall, just try and like land on the tree. there's nothing to stop you falling. Just try and land the tree. That's what you got to do. Anyway, let's bring this path. Let's bring this path through here actually. So that can go up to there. And down to there. And then we can do some decorations in those little grass bits or something like that. We'll do, I don't know, we'll do like a line of trees from there, going to about there. That looks fine. Same on this side, up to about there. That looks fine. All right. So that whole area is going to need to ever so slightly readjust, but I'm sure they'll manage. And I think that looks cool, man. We got these 3 massive towers, like right in the middle here. We got the transport tower overlooking all of the transport. I think that looks really cool. So I quite like that. What else have we got? Obviously, still got Mall of Moderation. Any unique buildings here? No. Fusion power plant needs a tax office, which we're probably not going to get. You know what? Let's just focus on my project over here. Let's just try and get this done. So, I think what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to go 10 that way and 10 that way, and just keep this relatively parallel to everything. Keep it relatively parallel to everything like here and here. This highway over here doesn't matter. So this can come up and go... Well, it's going to connect up there, I think. That's probably going to be the best place for it. So this can go, you know, straight across. This can go up to about there. And to about there and straight out. We'll go straight out with an avenue just to, you know, make it possible for more vehicles to get in here. Oh. Yeah, that needs adjusted. Just lower it slightly to, you know, make it a bit less ridiculous. There we go. And yeah, that's apparently what this area is going to be about right there. That kind of slope. Huh. Can I fix this? Boom. That's very steep. That's very steep. I think this needs to be higher. I think this needs to be that height. And I think that's just gonna have to hope for the best. Yeah. That's gonna be hidden, alright? That's gonna be hidden, is what that's gonna be. Let's do a little curve in this corner here. Because, as we all know, curves make the world go round. That's a new one. That could go in a t-shirt as well, but that probably wouldn't get... You probably wouldn't associate that one so much with City Skylines as, well... Yeah. I still need to make those t-shirt designs I talked about. The one that was like, real cities have grids, real cities have curves, and then like have the competition to see which one sells more. I still need to do that. I need to do that soon as well, because I want both of those t-shirts, basically. That's me thinking. Anyway, let's see here if I can get some roads running alongside this. I'm actually thinking this road is gonna just sort of tuck underneath this highway. So something like that. And then if I use guidelines, I can get it to curve really nicely over there. So something like that. Maybe a bit of a straight road here before the curve. And then we should be able to, yeah, that looks better. This is probably gonna just do that. That's not great though, is it? That's not great. Let's see if we can maybe fix that a little bit. Go to that midpoint. Go like that. Go like that. And we should be able to do that. That looks better. All right. So we can go ahead and raise this a little and just, yeah. I think that works. So that'll curve around. That lets people just sort of circle this whole area. This is actually already reminding me, I know nothing's built. This is already reminding me of, the old, like, retail parks that I used to build in City Skylines, like in some of the first series that we ever did. It kind of reminds me of that. I also realized that placing large, unique buildings on slopes is a total pain. So I think this whole thing needs raised up to that height. Never mind. Never mind. We'll figure this out. Because that looked terrible. So I'll try that. I think I can live with that. I think I can allow that to happen. I can just sort of raise... Oof. Oof. I think I need to select all of this and just get it all to the same height. Right, so about there. And then that can be a straight slope, that can be smoothed out, and then that should be fine. So that's me thinking. Let's just make sure it's a straight slope. That's not right at all. Make sure it is a straight slope. And that can all be smoothed out, I suppose. So that's going to be the mole. We can put some parking lots around it at some point. It's going to be tricky doing this area. Because, I mean, there's... Like I said, it's on a slope, so it's kind of... Yeah, it's kind of a pain. Because these buildings do not in any way conform to the slopes. Which they kind of shouldn't. Doesn't really make sense that they would. You don't really build a building at a slope. You raise the foundation up or cut the land away or do whatever so you get a nice flat level for it. But, yeah, it's still kind of a pain. But that'll do. That gives us some lights around it. We get a little bit of space over here for parking lots or trees or whatever. And we'll go from there. So let's see. What else can we throw in here? I did mention the Grand Library. I'm actually kind of tempted by the Colossal Order offices, but the slope's a little steep around here. So what about the Grand Library? It actually will work. The only problem with the Grand Library is... Do I want it facing all the industry? I kind of don't. I kind of don't. But I'm not entirely convinced I have much of a choice. I also don't really want it facing the back of the mall. Can I do this? No, slope's still too steep. Okay, put it over there for the time being. Let's see. Can I raise this up and get like a... Can I place the Grand Library? Still too steep. That's fine. Let's raise all of this up. So we'll raise it all up to the height it needs to be to place the thing, and then we'll lower it all back down and figure out how we're actually going to make sense of that. So Grand Library goes there. And then these roads need ever so slightly adjusted. Although I guess this set here could come up a little bit. So that'll kind of work. That's not too steep there, right? Let's take all of that out and go straight across and hit it with a smooth brush, and this should be all right. I can hide this mess, right? This is fine. So that'll do for the Grand Library. It doesn't look great, actually. Why is this on fire? It really doesn't look great. This is starting to turn into an area that I'm just throwing things into. You know what? Get rid of the Grand Library. Let me tweak this, because it really I'm looking at it and it feels like I'm just throwing it together, and I don't want to just throw it together to get like the... I don't want it to just be like, hey, here's the buildings, right? I want it to look like kind of a cool area. So the Grand Library deserves a nicer space. That stadium, or whatever that is, on the other hand, Opera House, actually also deserves a better space. In fact, the Opera House, I was thinking we could put it down by the industry, not the industry, but by the keys, and then I realized there's industry down there. So we might need to make a key area where the Opera House can go, where it's not going to look, you know, like this beautiful building surrounded by smoke and, you know, industry and, well, death, essentially. That's me thinking. The aquarium, though, what if it was over here, sort of on that road there, kind of overlooking the highway? I think that's quite cool. Like, you're on this, you know, great ocean highway here. You come around, and then you just see, like, this red and blue building on your right side. You're like, oh, what's that? I gotta go figure that out. I gotta go there sometime. So I think the aquarium's kind of a cool idea. And I think doing some roads around that could be kind of cool too. Raise them all up to be the right height, and then we can put some keys in to make sure that, you know, we don't just have this weird thing going on. So that height there. Raise the aquarium to be that height as well. And yeah, I can put some keys around that and make it actually look kind of cool, I think. And it's not too bad because there's no, like, big windows overlooking everything on the aquarium. So that makes sense as far as I'm concerned. As for down here, what else could we do? Well, not a whole lot. We've got the, whatever this is, that's the Modern Art Museum, right? Yeah. Modern Art Museum would be kind of cool here, I suppose. But it's, again, got these huge windows that just be looking at industry, so maybe not. What else have we got? I guess services are going to be needed done here. Fire is probably... Yeah, fire coverage in there is actually not good, despite the roads all being covered. Maybe we'll just throw another fire department in here. I don't know. Let's see. We haven't got any of these again. No, I really do need to start building towards all of those. What have we got here? The Media Broadcast Building. Now that I can get behind. It is a big glass building, but it's sort of one of those... It's one of those, like, 70s kind of... I think I've described it as that before, but it's like a very 70s building, right? It actually looks very much like the post office headquarters in Belfast. It looks very, very similar to that. Or, the Royal Mail. That's the one I'm thinking of. Looks like the Royal Mail headquarters in Belfast. If you don't believe me, just Google it. It'll be the first, like... Someone at Google will be sitting there going like, why are people Googling Royal Mail Belfast? But it does look very similar, to be honest. It does. And I think I'm going to have to do keys there, because that's the only way I'm going to get these buildings in a way that's going to look remotely decent. So slope all of that, smooth it all out. And we can put some keys in here. We can make it nice. What else have we got? We've got the... So that's the Media Broadcast Building. That is the Fan Zone Park. We've got fantastic fountain, luxury hotel overlooking industry. I think so. I don't think so at all. We've got so many buildings here. We really do. We've got the cinema as well. There's so many buildings to work with. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We are going to flatten all of this. I know I said I didn't want to do it, but I'm going to flatten every bit of it, and I'm just going to put keys around it. Because I think that is just... It's going to be the easiest way to make this look right. It really is. So, yeah, let's just raise it all up to be... I don't know, what height? This height? Maybe a bit higher. Yeah, I think that'll do. And then we can smooth it, put keys around it, and then, you know, we'll pretend none of this ever happened. Right? So there we go. That gives us a nice flat area to work with. It means I can move my buildings around a little bit more. And we don't have to worry about no parking lots, which is obviously, that was the big concern, was the potential lack of parking lots in here. So let's do a little road going like this. And then we can throw a couple of the, I believe the smaller ones, right? I've got these ones. I absolutely did. So we can throw a few of those there. Put some trees in and just get that all flattened out and make it look all good. And that'll be fantastic. So level it to that height. And yeah, we can get some trees in there and make that look pretty good, I think. Just make sure it's all flat as well. There we go. Alright, so that works. We got some parking lots. Over here, we can go for a slightly bigger one. And I'm thinking we'd maybe want a multi-story back here. But I don't want to go for this one, I don't think. Or maybe I do. You know what? That one's not too bad. Maybe sort of put it there, and then behind it, I could absolutely sneak a little road in here and throw some extra parking lots on there in the form of these ones. So something like that, just to get a bit of extra parking. This path is going to need to be extended to the road, though, just so people can actually walk around there. So there we go, bit of extra parking. The aquarium's probably all right for the time being. We'll do something with that. I want to get the keys in. So give me a key and let me go, I reckon about there. To, let's see, guidelines, please. To about there. And let's see. From here to there as well. Alright. So that wraps around pretty well. We still have these like big cliff faces, but honestly, it's not too bad. It's definitely not too bad. I think this bit here might just need to be slightly adjusted, but that's that works for me. I can make that work, right? It just looks that little bit better. In fact, I'm honestly thinking of maybe moving the keys just right against the road so that you don't have that weird grass bit there. I guess that would make more sense. We're not going to be doing any grass, any details on those parts of grass anyway. So just move all of this in real nice. And just gradually just bring it down so that it just touches the edge of the road. I realize I could have just used a bit of terrain paint for this, but that's fine. We'll not worry too much about it. There we go. So that gives us the keys right against the road. That makes this whole area look imposing for sure, but I can put some trees and put some rocks along here to just, you know, make it look a bit less terrible. Also going to bring this road straight through there because I figure why not. And then I guess maybe a couple of parking lots over here. Something like that. And maybe some kind of park or something. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what would look best in here. 1, 2, 3 there. And then maybe 1, 2 there. I guess we could do some kind of like little park thing. Maxo7460 in chat says a metro station. A metro station would be a fantastic idea. And I actually kind of see a spot for it just over here. Like right there at the end of the parking lots. So just next to the mall, you've got your metro station. You can just walk around to the aquarium, walk over to the media broadcast building. That seems like a pretty solid idea. Let me also do, let me see, guidelines off. Let me go from here, because I can go straight through to that point. And I think that looks pretty cool. Gives us a little bit of space in here for some kind of trees or something like that. A little bit of decoration at the corner. Isn't going to hurt anybody. So bring the brush size down. Let me go for the bigger trees just because they hide it that little bit easier. And I'm thinking here as well. And then this can be some kind of like park. This can be some kind of park. This can be some kind of park. And I'm almost tempted to say that those 3 empty spaces, those 4 empty spaces can all just be parks. Because I think that might look nice. I think that might... It'd be a nice contrast to like this, you know, the offices and the industry and all that. I think that might be the way to go. I'm also going to do that just to kind of hide the end of the keys there. Although I think that one's behaving kind of weirdly. Can I grab the node, please? Don't grab segments, just grab the node. There we go. Oh, grab that one as well. No, just that one. So bring that to there. And then try and grab that segment. And just curve it like that, I guess. Yeah, I guess that works. Kind of hides the end of it, and that one kind of gets hidden as well. So yeah, I like that. Let's just double check buildings, because we could add a cinema out here, I suppose, but it's not a nice location for it. No, I don't know if we'd have a cinema here. I know there's places like this in the UK where you get... Oh, we've even got a hypermarket? I forgot about this. That hypermarket would honestly look better than the mall. It's such a better size. But I think it's too late. I've kind of built this whole thing, so we'll find somewhere else for the hypermarket. Let's just get some fences in here. We'll go for the usual ones. We'll turn off all of the snapping points and just go from there to about there. And from that same point, we're actually going to have some trouble because of the path. So bring that down a little bit, and then we need to go like this. So straight down to here. So that kind of works. This can go across, and this can go across as well to about there. And then I think if I turn guidelines on and angle snapping, I can just go like that. There we go. So that circles around really nicely. I like that. It's not going to be anything fancy. It's not going to be a park you can go into. It's purely decorative. So we're not going to be doing any any gates or anything like that. It's just going to be, you know, go in here or not go in here. It's going to be, you know, look at it, don't touch it. That's basically what it is. So let's see. Probably going to want to go to about here. And let's see, can I get this this angle right? I think I totally can. Bring it straight down this way, perhaps. Maybe a little bit of angle snapping as well, just to help with that. Maybe not. Okay. Does that work? Like go. Let's move this. Move it to there, and then just connect those two. All right, so that covers that area quite nicely too. I'm actually thinking we'll do a little path just in here, because I can. There's a little path there, so you can walk over to the parking lot if you want to. Down here is going to be a similar story with the fences, just to cover that up. Let's make sure it doesn't connect to anything it's not supposed to connect to, which it doesn't, which is good. That goes to about here, and that goes to about there. Okay, so that's completely surrounded as well, and then we've got this last one over here to completely surrounded fences, and then the park areas just need trees, which I'm not really in any rush to do, so we might not do those right away. But at least we'll have it fenced in. At least it'll be surrounded. It'll, you know, nicely look the part and all that. This can just be extended slightly and brought straight across. Okay, so to about there. Now we need to curve it. That's the tricky part. Curving it. I'm going to try freeform, I think. In fact, by the looks of it, freeform is gonna be the way to go. Maybe a little bit of that at the end. Okay. that actually... That looks the part. I like that. I like the fences can add so much without really doing anything at all. Like, they serve no purpose, but once you get, like, you get down to this level and suddenly it's like, oh, you know, this is an area that's, like, been planned out. This is an area that, like, someone's, you know, actually thought about design-wise and all that. They've thought about the, you know, where the fences go and where the trees go. And in reality, I'm kind of just winging it. So that's nice. That's always good. I think I almost complimented myself there. I need to be careful to not do that. You know, you don't want to... My ego's already, you know, off the charts. We all know this. So you got to be real careful to not, you know, you have to deal with people inflating you have to deal with not inflating your own ego sometimes. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm going to be honest. Put a couple of trees down there. I think what I'm going to do is just throw some bushes into there as well. I don't want too much in the way of trees. Just a few bushes, a couple of the bigger ones as well, just to break it up a little bit. And I think that's pretty cool. So that might actually end up attracting a few tourists to the area. It actually fills up the area pretty well as well, which is good, because I didn't really know what I was going to put in there. So that's nice. I like that. I like that a lot. We do have some demand for commercial zoning, so let's go ahead and throw that into that corner. And you know what? I'm going to bring it up this road as well, just to try and get a connection out to that two-way toll booth. It's been sitting there without power for kind of a while. So hopefully we can fix all of these power connections by just building a couple of shops.